Adam. Adam is the first angel and one of Earth's two seeds of life. It was created by the first ancestral race to populate Earth with its offspring, the angels. However, another seed of life, Lilith, arrived on Earth, leading to conflicts between their purposes. Adam is the genetic source of the Evangelions, except for Unit 1, which was created from Lilith. Adam was found frozen in Antarctica by the Katsuragi expedition. Scientists conducted a risky experiment with it, which led to the catastrophic event known as Second Impact. This explosion caused massive destruction, reducing Adam to an embryonic state. The embryo was later retrieved and secretly delivered to Gendo Ikari, who fused it with his hand as part of his plan for Third Impact. During the events, Adam plays a crucial part in humanity's fate. Gendo attempts to merge Adam with Rei Ayanami to control Third Impact, but Rei rejects him and instead fuses with Lilith. This fusion triggers a transformation, momentarily showing Adam as a ghostly figure resembling Kaworu Nagisa, the 17th angel. In manga, Gendo swallows the embryo instead of fusing it with his hand. His ultimate fate remains unknown after Third Impact is stopped. Lilith. Lilith is the second angel, and it was also created by the first ancestral race to spread life on Earth. Unlike Adam, who created the angels, Lilith is the source of humanity, also known as Lilin. Billions of years ago, Lilith's arrival caused an event called First Impact, which formed Earth's moon. Since Adam was already on Earth, both seeds could not exist together. Adam was placed into dormancy, allowing Lilith to create life. Over time, humans became the dominant species instead of angels. Lilith is kept in terminal dogma, deep inside Nerve headquarters, where it is crucified on a giant red cross. It has a pale, formless body and a mask with 7 eyes. Its blood, called LCL, is used in Evangelion entry plugs and is the basis of human life. Sachiel. Sachiel is the third angel and the first to attack after Second Impact. It emerges from the ocean near Tokyo 3 and heads toward the city. The military tries to stop it but fails, as Sachiel quickly adapts to their attacks. Evangelion Unit 1 is sent to fight it in its first battle. Sachiel has a tall, thin body with long arms and a skeletal face. It can function on both land and in water. It has a red core in its chest, which is its main weak point. It also has powerful abilities including energy blasts, a strong AT field, and the ability to self-destruct as a last resort. After being hit by an explosion, Sachiel regenerates and grows a second face. During the battle, Sachiel overpowers Unit 01 at first, breaking its arm and stabbing its head. However, the Evangelion goes berserk and viciously attacks the angel, breaking its arms and smashing its core. Realizing it is about to be defeated, Sachiel wraps itself around Unit 01 and self-destructs in a massive explosion, but the Evangelion survives. Shamshel. Shamshel is the fourth angel and the second to attack Tokyo 3, appearing 3 weeks after Sachiel's battle. It also arrives from the ocean and moves toward the city, easily breaking through defenses. Unit 1 is sent to fight it. Shamshel has a long, worm-like body and can switch between a flying form and a standing battle form. It has 2 large arms that release glowing energy tentacles, which are strong enough to lift and damage an Evangelion. Its red core, the source of its power, is located on its torso. During the battle, Shinji tries to shoot Shamshel, but fails to break through its AT field. The angel fights aggressively, using its tentacles to throw Unit 01 and cut its power cable. With time running out, Shinji ignores orders to retreat and rushes at the angel. He grabs its tentacles, gets burned, but still manages to stab its core with a knife. Shamshel dies just as Unit 1 runs out of power. Ramiel. Ramiel is the 5th angel and one of the most powerful enemies faced by Nerve. It has a unique geometric shape, appearing as a large floating blue octahedron, a shape made of 2 pyramids joined at the base. It has an incredibly strong AT field and a deadly energy beam capable of instantly destroying anything in its path. When Ramiel flies toward Tokyo 3, Unit 1 is sent to fight it. The angel detects Eva before it even reaches the surface. It fires its energy beam, severely damaging Unit 1 and nearly killing Shinji. Ramiel then extends a drill-like appendage and begins drilling toward Nerve headquarters, aiming to destroy it. Since normal attacks are useless, Nerve comes up with Operation Yashima. The plan involves using the entire electrical power of Japan to fire a powerful positron cannon at Ramiel from a safe distance. Unit 1 fires the first shot, but Ramiel counters with its own beam, causing both attacks to miss. The angel then fires again, but Unit 0 blocks it using a heat shield. Finally, Shinji fires a second shot, successfully hitting Ramiel's core and destroying it just as its drill nears the geofront. Gaghiel. Gaghiel is the 6th angel and is unique because it is an aquatic creature. It looks like a massive shark or sea monster with sharp teeth and a long body. Its size is enormous, nearly as big as an Iowa-class battleship, much larger than an Evangelion. Gaghiel's core is located inside its mouth. Gaghiel attacks the United Nations Pacific Fleet while they are transporting Evangelion Unit 2 and a secret embryo of Adam. The Angel is drawn to the Adam embryo, though Nerve publicly states it is after Unit 2. It destroys many ships using its powerful body before engaging in battle with Unit 2. Asuka and Shinji pilot Unit 2 together for the first time. However, Asuka, being overconfident, fights without proper underwater equipment. Gaghiel pulls them into the ocean and traps the Eva in its jaws, preventing them from escaping. Misato Katsuragi quickly comes up with a plan. Unit 2 forces Gaghiel's mouth open, allowing 2 battleships to be lodged inside. The ships fire directly at its core and then explodes, destroying the Angel completely. Gaghiel is the first Angel in the series to fight in the ocean. It also marks the beginning of Shinji and Asuka's teamwork, though they struggle to work together. Israfel. Israfel is the 7th angel, and it has 2 cores and can split into 2 separate beings. It has a humanoid shape similar to Sachiel and features a mask with a yin-yang symbol. It can use weak energy beams and sharp claws, but its most dangerous ability is dividing into twin angels called Alpha and Beta. If not defeated correctly, the 2 halves can heal each other. When Israfel heads toward Tokyo 3, Asuka and Shinji Ikari are sent to fight it, but Asuka rushes in without teamwork and cuts the angel in half. Instead of dying, Israfel splits into 2 and easily defeats the Evangelions. After this, the military tries to destroy it with a powerful bomb, damaging it but not killing it. The angel recovers in 6 days. To defeat Israfel, Nerve comes up with a special strategy. Shinji and Asuka must synchronize their attacks perfectly, even training with a dance routine to improve their timing. When they face Israfel again, they force it to merge back into one body, exposing both cores. By attacking at the exact same moment, they destroy the angel. Sandalphon. Sandalphon is the 8th angel, which is discovered in its embryonic stage. It is found deep inside an active volcano, encased in a dark cocoon-like structure. It is still developing when first encountered. At first, Sandalphon looks like a small, weak organism, similar to a human embryo. However, when it starts to hatch, it lets out sounds similar to a baby crying. It then undergoes a rapid transformation, growing into its mature form. In its adult stage, Sandalphon takes on a fish-like appearance with fins and eyes on stalks. It can survive in extreme heat. To prevent Sandalphon from maturing, Nerve sends Asuka in Evangelion Unit 2, equipped with special gear to handle the heat. The plan is to capture the angel before it can fully develop. However, Sandalphon wakes up and begins attacking. Asuka struggles to fight in the extreme environment, and her weapons are ineffective. In the final moments, Shinji Ikari drops a progressive knife to Asuka, which she uses to stab Sandalphon, killing it after flooding its body with coolant to weaken it. Sandalphon is different from other angels because it is still growing when it is found. Matarael. Matarael is the 9th angel and is unique for its spider-like appearance. It has a small central body and 4 extremely long legs that tower over buildings. Its most noticeable feature is its many eyes, which are actually just a camouflage pattern to confuse enemies. The real eye is on the bottom of its body, and it can release a powerful corrosive acid that burns through anything. Matarael attacks Tokyo 3 during a sudden power blackout, which is later revealed to be caused by human sabotage. Since Nerve's systems are down, they are unable to detect the angel in time. Matarael moves above the Geofront, the underground base of Nerve, and starts dripping acid to break through the city's armor and reach headquarters. With no other choice, Nerve launches Evangelion Units 0, 1, and 2 manually, each fitted with extra battery packs. The pilots, Shinji, Asuka, and Rei, climb through the emergency shafts to reach the angel. However, as they get close, Matarael's acid forces them to drop their weapons and fall back. Asuka quickly takes charge and comes up with a strategy. She protects the others while Rei retrieves a rifle and passes it to Shinji. Once Asuka moves out of the way, Shinji fires directly at Matarael's weak spot, killing it with sustained gunfire. Matarael is the only angel in the series to be defeated using regular weapons instead of special attacks. Sahaquiel. Sahaquiel is the 10th angel, and it comes from space. It has a large, strange body with 3 eye-like markings and long extensions that look like hands. Its main weapon is itself. It tries to crash into Earth to cause massive destruction. It also drops smaller pieces of its body like bombs before making its final descent. Sahaquiel is first seen in low Earth orbit. It has the ability to block communications, preventing Nerve from contacting their commanders. When Nerve tries to scan it, the angel destroys the satellites using its powerful AT field. The military attempts to stop it with N2 bombs, but they fail. Sahaquiel then starts dropping pieces of itself, getting more accurate with each attack. Its final goal goal is to crash directly onto Tokyo 3, which would completely destroy the city. To stop it, Nerve launches all 3 Evangelion units together. Shinji, Asuka, and Rei work as a team to intercept the angel before it reaches the ground. Unit 1 catches the angel, stopping its fall, while Unit 0 neutralizes its AT field. Finally, Unit 2 stabs its core with a progressive knife, destroying it. Ireul is the 11th angel, and is very different from the other angels. Instead of being a large, powerful creature, Ireul is a microscopic virus-like entity that spreads by rapidly multiplying at the cellular level. It can adapt to almost anything and even has an AT field. Ireul first appears inside Nerve's Pribnow box, an underground testing area where it is mistaken for corrosion. When Nerve scientists try to remove it using lasers, the angel defends itself with an AT field. They then attempt to kill it using ozone gas, which initially works, but Ireul quickly adapts and absorbs the ozone to make itself stronger. It then mutates into a form that looks like electronic circuits and begins hacking into Nerve's supercomputer, the Magi system. Once inside the Magi, Ireul reads secret files and tries to trigger Nerve's self-destruct sequence. With limited time to stop it, Dr. Ritsuko Akagi comes up with a clever strategy. Instead of fighting the angel directly, she tricks it into evolving too quickly, forcing it into self-destruction. Leliel is the 12th angel and is one of the strangest angels in the series. At first, it looks like a floating black and white sphere above Tokyo 3, but this is not its real body. Leliel's true form is the shadow on the ground beneath it. This shadow is extremely thin but stretches over 680 meters wide. It acts as a portal to another dimension, where anything that touches it gets absorbed. When Leliel appears, Nerve sends all 3 Evangelions to attack it. Unit 1 shoots at the floating sphere, thinking it is the angel's body. However, the real body, the shadow, pulls Unit 01 inside, trapping Shinji in another dimension. Asuka barely escapes, and Rei's sniper shots fail to damage the angel. Nerve decides on a risky plan to destroy Leliel by dropping powerful N2 bombs into its body, even though this might kill Shinji. However, just as time runs out, Unit 1 enters berserk mode. Even with no battery power left, it rips through Leliel from the inside, destroying it in a massive explosion. While trapped, Shinji experiences strange visions and a deep self-reflection. It is later suggested that Leliel was trying to communicate with him, making it one of the few angels that showed interest in understanding humans. Bardiel is the 13th angel, and it does not have a traditional form. Instead, it infects Evangelion Unit 3 like a virus, taking control of its body. This makes Bardiel one of the most disturbing angels, as it forces Nerve to destroy an Evangelion with a human pilot still inside. Bardiel's infection is first noticed when Unit 3 is activated at a Nerve testing facility. The angel had been hiding inside a storm cloud, and once the Evangelion was turned on, it suddenly went out of control. Bardiel causes an explosion, partially destroying the base, and then starts moving toward Tokyo 3. Nerve quickly realizes that Unit 3 has become an angel and sends out the other Evangelions to stop it. Asuka in Unit 2 is caught off guard and is easily defeated. Rei in Unit 0 hesitates to attack because she knows there is a pilot inside. Bardiel then tries to infect Unit 0 by spreading a strange ooze from its body. To stop the infection, Nerve blows off Unit 0's arm remotely. Bardiel then turns to face Unit 1. Shinji refuses to fight because he knows the pilot inside Unit 03 is his friend, Toji Suzuhara. As Bardiel attacks, strangling Unit 1, Gendo Ikari takes control and activates the dummy system. Under the dummy system's control, Unit 01 brutally kills Bardiel by breaking its neck, smashing its head, and crushing the entry plug, severely injuring Toji. Zeruel is the 14th angel, and is one of the most powerful and dangerous angels in the series. Its name means Arm of God, which matches its incredible strength. It has a large, bulky body, a massive core, and long ribbon-like arms that can slice through anything. It also has the ability to fire powerful energy blasts from its eyes. Zeruel attacks Nerve immediately after the battle with Bardiel, giving them no time to recover. It quickly breaks through Tokyo 3's defenses and reaches the geofront. When Asuka in Unit 2 tries to stop it, Zeruel easily defeats her by cutting off her Evangelion's arms and head. In Unit 0 then charges at it with an N2 bomb, but even after making direct contact, Zeruel is completely unharmed. It then enters Nerve headquarters and nearly kills everyone inside. Shinji finally engages Zeruel. At first, he puts up a good fight, but Zeruel blasts off Unit 1's arm and knocks it down. Just when it seems like Shinji will lose, Unit 1 enters berserk mode. It regenerates its lost arm by tearing off Zeruel's and attaching it to itself. Then, using its newfound power, Unit 1 brutally defeats Zeruel, ripping it apart with an AT field attack. In a shocking moment, the Berserk Eva devours Zeruel, absorbing its S2 engine, which gives Unit 01 limitless energy. Zeruel is one of the most intense and action-packed battles in Evangelion. Arael is the 15th angel. Arael does not descend to Earth but remains in space, using a unique psychic attack instead of physical force. It appears as a bright winged creature made of light, with a core that is difficult to see due to its brightness. When Arael arrives in orbit above Japan, Nerve sends Asuka and Unit 2 to engage it. However, the angel remains out of range of her weapon weapons and suddenly emits a beam of light that penetrates her mind. This attack forces Asuka to relive her most painful memories, including her mother's death. Unable to fight back, Asuka suffers a complete mental breakdown while Nerve watches helplessly. Shinji pleads to be sent out to help, but Gendo refuses, fearing Unit 1 could be contaminated. Instead, Gendo orders Rei to retrieve the Spear of Longinus from Terminal Dogma. Rei throws the spear with great force, piercing Arael's core and destroying it instantly. However, the spear continues traveling and becomes trapped in orbit around the moon, making it impossible for Nerve to retrieve. Armisael. Armisael is the 16th angel, and it first appears as a floating glowing ring that spins rapidly in the air. It later changes into a long thread-like shape that moves extremely fast. Armisael does not use physical attacks, but instead merges with its target, infecting it like a virus. When Armisael arrives near Tokyo 3, Nerve sends Unit 0 to investigate. At first, the angel seems inactive, but then it suddenly extends its thread-like form and pierces Unit 00's core. Armisael begins fusing with Rei and even starts speaking to her, expressing feelings of loneliness. Rei struggles as the angel spreads through her Eva, causing intense pain. Asuka tries to help, but her synchronization is too weak, and she cannot fight. Nerve then launches Unit 1, but when he tries to attack, Armisael reaches out to merge with him too. Rei realizes the danger and decides to sacrifice herself. She increases her AT field to pull the angel towards her, and then activates Unit 0's self-destruct. The explosion destroys Armisael, but also causes massive damage to the city. Before dying, Armisael creates a strange shape behind Unit 0, which looks like a fusion of all past angels. Some believe this means it carried the souls of the other angels and was trying to bring them back. Tabris. Tabris is the 17th angel, also known as Kaworu Nagisa, and the 5th child in Neon Genesis Evangelion. He is sent to Nerve by Seely to replace Asuka after her synchronization levels drop. Tabris has a human form, with pale skin, gray hair, and red eyes. He appears kind and gentle, quickly forming a strong bond with Shinji Ikari. Tabris is different from other pilots because he can synchronize with Unit 2 at any level he chooses. However, his true goal is to reach Terminal Dogma, where he believes Adam, the first angel, is being kept. When he arrives, he discovers that the being there is not Adam but Lilith. Realizing that humans, or Lilin as he calls them, are the true inheritors of Earth, he decides to let Shinji kill him rather than fight. This decision deeply affects Shinji, who hesitates for a long time before finally crushing Tabris in Unit 01's hand. Kaworu's death leaves a lasting impact on Shinji, which makes him feel even more isolated and betrayed.